So let's go and take a look at this. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I went over one of these before last class period. And the main important thing, as I said, if we're given a point, we have to identify, we have to go ahead and create a triangle. So the best way to create our triangle is, if you guys remember, using our perpendicular. OK, so we're going to create a perpendicular. Now, Hunter, when you want to look at this, therefore, this angle is our reference angle, right? Would you guys agree with me? And if you guys remember the unit circle, why was reference angle so important? Because wasn't the sine or the cosine of the reference angle and its angle the exact same, except for positive, negative? Yes? Weren't they exactly the same? Yeah. If you guys look at your unit circle, an angle and its reference angle are exactly the same, except for the positive or negative. Now, this coordinate point is important because this tells us -1, and that tells us the y value, which is 2. So if I'm going to evaluate for the 6 trigonometric functions, I know I need to find my hypotenuse. So I'll do 2 squared plus -1 squared equals x squared. This becomes 5 equals x squared. So therefore, we'll just say this is x equals the square root of 5. Does everybody at least follow me on this? So I'm going to say the sine of theta, even though my angle has theta prime. But again, theta and theta prime are equivalent. They're the exact same. All right? But the difference is we have this negative. So that's very, very important. Because here we have 2 over square root of 5. Cosine of theta is -1 over the square root of 5. Opposite over hypotenuse, adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent of theta is 2 over -1. I'll go and simplify these. I'll rationalize these at the end. Let's do the reciprocal functions. Cosecant of theta is just the reciprocal. Secant of theta is square root of 5 over -1. And cotangent is -1 over 2. You guys kind of see how doing the reciprocals at the end is easy? Because these are just reciprocals of each other. So it's really easy to not simplify them and just write them as the reciprocals. Does that make sense? Right? Now, let's go and simplify these so they don't have radicals in the denominator. Rationalize the square root of 2 square root of 5 over 5. And there you go. So what's important about this is now that we have a coordinate point, now we're going to have positive